What is up, my friends? So, probably my favorite episode of the whole series so far. We are talking Lovecraft Country. Yes, we are back to talk about it. And this is the channel you gotta come to so we can just discuss what we saw and pretty much get some sort of understanding of where we're going. Lovecraft Country is one of the best shows you can watch at the moment. It is on HBO. Definitely go check it out if you haven't. And no, I am not being sponsored by HBO, but HBO, if you're listening, holler. Anyways, Lovecraft Country comes back after a huge episode last week where a ton of shit happened. My favorite character, George, is gone. Of course, you know that. And now they are back in town and they have to pretty much keep this to themselves, Montrose, Letty, and Tick. And it's not going to be easy, especially when Tick's family is pretty much like, yeah, I'm not buying what happened to Uncle George and we want to know the truth. But like Montrose, Tick's father, says, how the fuck are we going to tell them that wizards did all of this? Like, who is going to believe us? So they made up a story that a sheriff shot George, and that's what ended up making George's demise. And of course, they don't want to say the truth because how do they explain this to people? People will not believe them and they'll think there is something more to it than before. And so it really leaves them in a very interesting predicament, I feel. So, very much so, a no way out. So, they pretty much go on with that. Letty ends up getting money from her mother after an inheritance that comes through, which she uses to buy a house, and she moves in her sister as well as some other people into the boarding house, where this neighborhood is actually not very welcoming. They are racist pieces of shit in this neighborhood, and they pretty much just make it beknownst to them that, yeah, we don't want you here, and they are assholes to the fullest. This doesn't stop Letty as she continues to have a housewarming party where shit hits the fan, because it pretty much is up into the housewarming party shown and implied to us that this house is haunted. Now, to the extent it's haunted, we're not sure until the night of the housewarming party when Letty is there with everybody that she knows having a good time until they light a cross on fire. Of course, you know that's some KKK bullshit right there. And then they are antagonizing them. The police come, and that's when Letty finds out the truth about the house, when the captain, who is a racist by the way, pretty much tells her how does she even get that house and what's it all have to do. And he's like, did you not know about the bodies in the basement that happened prior? And this is what gets her pretty much on her game to find out what happened there. And she realizes she's pretty much dealing with a racist old house who was experimenting on people of color. And this is the people that are haunting that place because they're trapped there as well. Her and Tick ultimately have a person come in and try to cleanse the house. This doesn't go as planned, really. And while all of this is happening, some of the racists in the neighborhood try and come in to start some shit, but they ultimately get their karma when the ghosts kill them off. So kudos to that. But they are ultimately able to get rid of the spirit of the evil experiment doctor, whatever you want to call him, monster. Yeah, I think that's a better term for that person. And the house is pretty much liberated at this point. All the ghosts are now seem to be at peace. Letty ends up using the house to help people who are under resourced and not able to really get on their own feet. So she uses the house's extra room to do all of this. Back with Tick, realizes that Christina is in town, and he starts putting the puzzle together that, that inheritance didn't come from Letty's mother. It actually came from Christina. And he tries to kill her, but he can't. He can't kill her because she uses, of course, her wizard skills to pretty much make him stand still. And she pretty much implies that this house is for a reason and that he is going to find out soon why. He also keeps implying that he is needed to get this text that the wizards want in order to really fully grasp all of the power, and he is the only one that can do this because, as we found out in the prior episode, he carries Titus blood, so he is pretty much sole person that can continue on his work, and they want to use him for this. So we're not totally sure why the house is important yet, but there is something more to it than what is being given, and I think we're gonna find out in the next episode, especially from the trailer that we got for it. I think they're gonna be finding something in the home itself as well. As we saw in the end of the episode, the elevator went more down than we thought it did, and we saw the bodies of the racist neighbors as well as the other skeletons that were there that the captain had told Letty about. So overall, a pretty good episode, I would say. Pretty much the horror here was spot on with horror that I truly enjoy, where it's not really about the jump scares, but it's more about the grotesque and sad nature of it all, and the backstory as well that really gets to you. And that's exactly what this episode delivered on, and I really do enjoy it for that. So yeah, this house is more important than we're aware of yet. We do know that there was some dark shit that happened here, and those souls are not able to really rest in peace. And there is going to be a lot more to be uncovered, I feel, that we're not aware of. In the next episode, of course, Montrose is going to be joining Letty and Tick on this adventure, I guess, if you want to call it. And we're just going to have to wait and see what is going to happen now. What is this whole Book of Adam and everything going to do once it's recovered? Is this going to be a way for Tick to be able to be liberated, or does this take a toll on him, sort of how the Garden of Eden portal did as well? Is Christina still not over her father's demise? It didn't really seem they had the best relationship, but still, I'm not sure how it impacted her. She's not really one that has expressed herself in a way that we need to know her in. But I think we're about to see all of that happen pretty soon. Just by the looks of it, she is said to be the biggest antagonist in the show thus far. So we'll see how that all works out. Let me know your thoughts on the episode. Did you enjoy it or not? Are you excited for the next one? Are you loving the show or not? Let me know in the comments below. As I said, very, very much so excited to see what comes next. And as always, make sure you are subscribed to my channel so you know when I drop these videos. Turn on the bell for notifications as well. We are on the road to 20,000 subscribers. Together we can get there. You can follow me on Twitter as well at NerdRound. Also, my website nerdround.com is there. You can also check out my Anchor down below as well, where all of these videos go up there in podcast format, audio format, whatever you want to call it. That way you can take it on the go if you don't have YouTube Premium and can't close the video, because sometimes I just like to listen to videos too as well. So that's the other option over there. But thank you for tuning in today. Let me know your thoughts on the latest episode of Lovecraft Country, and what are you most looking forward to seeing. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing more monsters as well, because I love the design that they have. Even the ghost today had a very interesting design as well. So really loving the art that this show has as well. Anyways, that's going to do it for me. I hope each and every one of you had a great weekend. Looking forward to a new week and lots of new stuff coming. Afternoon Attack today, later on the day. And as always, that's going to do it for me. Stay safe, stay positive. Hey, if you're still listening, why don't you go ahead and check out one of the videos on the left. Make sure you turn on the bell for notifications. Subscribe, like, comment, share, all that good stuff. I'll see you next time. Stay positive.